Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Adulting Without Supervision. Today we are doing a review of a ROBOMOW RS622. I know it's the wrong time for a video like this, it being winter and all, but this is what happens when there's a workflow bottleneck, that bottleneck being me. I will be going over the points John left for me when this project started, one by one with a video showing what I'm talking about. Well, first things first, the install. You can have a professional install the wire and set up your RoboMower, or you can do it yourself. In our case, we did it ourselves. To start off with, you need to figure out the best place for your charging base. This will be different for each yard, and if you don't like where you put it, you can change it later. The mower will need electric power and room to dock and undock. Then you're going to run a wire around the entirety of your property that you want the RoboMower to cover. You can buy a roof to give your RoboMow shelter from the rain or build your own. We had some spare wood and said, why not build one? In this next section of the video, we are going to fly through a bunch of screenshots. Feel free to pause if you would like to examine them further, but we're pretty sure everyone would rather get to the point of how it operates and how well it works. We did our best to get screens of everything the app can throw at you. There's only one screen we couldn't get, and it was just telling you to please place the RoboMow back inside the wire perimeter. And if you're wondering, no, you can't manually drive it and mow at the same time. Earlier versions could, but the company has decided to go without it. Supposedly, you might be able to buy a controller that has the option as a button, but they are incredibly hard to find and expensive. We're going to be honest with you. We haven't really cleaned this thing since it was bought, so it's a little dusty under the hood. Adjusting the mower's height is fairly easy. Just make sure before you get too far, like getting underneath of it, you flip the physical switch to off. Otherwise, you might run into a situation where it turns on while your hands are near the blade. This is unlikely, but still a valid concern. Going to go through the options on the actual mower real quick, because all of these options are pretty much the same as on the app. The only one that we can think of that isn't also in the app is a 4-digit passcode and the 3-digit code. One feature the device possesses that's fairly neat is a rain sensor. It will return home when it detects bad weather, either through the internet or through onboard water detection. It has a security feature that requests a 4-digit passcode when picked up and when it is outside the wire's boundary. It also activates when picked up from the base and has an audible alarm and a push notification to your phone as well. I did not get my phone notification set up, unfortunately. I don't know if it's common for it to not work, but hopefully I will get it fixed and be able to do an update video. If it's far enough away from the base, the tires may get muddy on its way back following the guide wire. We're not 100% sure, but this mud buildup could cause problems. You may have to go back and clean the tires every now and again. This tire shows some wear and tear due to it going on the sidewalk. They've come out with a possible solution to protect the tires and give them more grip, but good luck trying to find these attachments. They're pretty much out of stock everywhere. Unfortunately, it's common to have a hard time trying to find replacement parts. There is some damage that was caused by either a stick that got stuck or a rock that was flung. I suggest doing your best to remove large debris whenever you can to help the mower. If plastic gets wrapped around the blade, it will shut down and return to its base. A notification will pop up requesting you to turn it off and look it over. It doesn't really mow in straight lines, it mows in every direction. Most people find that very odd, but apparently it makes the grass healthier and gives it a cleaner cut. If you let your grass grow too tall, it'll mow until it overheats. The mower will still move, but the blades will stop until it is cooled down. It will also take these mowing breaks if the outside temperature gets too hot. But even with the temps over 100 degrees Fahrenheit and these breaks, it was still able to finish this yard. It just took a little longer. When we first installed the mower, we let the grass grow while prepping the rest of the yard. It took the mower about 3 weeks to completely clean up the area. So, if you let your yard go for a little while due to a rainy season or whatever, don't give up on it finishing your yard. Just be patient. Give the little guy some time to work. It's also pretty good in the fall for mulching leaves. So far, my neighbors have appreciated that fact alone. Noise wise, I asked my neighbors if they had heard it or if it was bothering anyone, and they all said they had never heard it run. I even every now and again ran it at 4 a.m. due to my work schedule. Still, no problems there. If you have portions of your yard that are narrow, this may cause some problems you may want to think about. My yard has two problem areas that always give me a headache. Rocks can be another issue. If you have rocks in your yard, it will slide on them for sure. Tree gumballs are not too bad, so I can't imagine things like acorns would be any worse. Just rocks in general are terrible. The mower has a bumper to help avoid objects. If the black portion of the bumper does not hit the object, it may continue until the wheels no longer receive traction. It has climbed up the tree, going vertical once, but it did not flip over. Thankfully, since then, it has stopped, reversed, and corrected itself every time ever since. My recommendation for this project is that if it works in your use case and you can't mow every week yourself, buy it. Over its lifetime, it's cheaper than any mower service we could price. But if you can mow yourself, even with an expensive mower, do it. Save the cash. When we bought the mower, it was around $2,200, but the price has fallen quite a bit. As of this video, this is the current price on Amazon. Well, that's it for this one. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what else you would like us to make a video about. See you next time.